Hello everyone, you are on the channel UFO Evidence. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, are we really alone in this vast universe? For decades, strange lights and unexplainable objects have been captured on camera, fueling our curiosity and debate. Today we're diving deep into the mystery. We're counting down some of the most compelling, controversial, and downright baffling UFO videos ever recorded. From military encounters to civilian sightings, these clips have stumped experts and captivated the public. Are they advanced technology, natural phenomena, or something else entirely? Let's sift through the evidence together and explore the stories behind these incredible recordings. Make sure you stick around to the end for a video that many consider to be the holy grail of UFO footage. Let's get started. Our first stop is the famous Phoenix Lights incident from 1997. On the night of March 13th, thousands of people across Arizona, including then-Governor Fife Symington, witnessed a massive V-shaped craft silently gliding across the sky. The object was described as being enormous, possibly miles wide, with several distinct lights. Numerous videos emerged, though many were later explained as flares dropped by the military during a training exercise. However, a key piece of footage, often referred to as the 911 video, shows a distinct, structured craft that doesn't resemble flares at all. The witness who filmed it described a solid object blocking out the stars behind it. Despite official explanations, many witnesses and researchers remain convinced that what they saw was not of this world. The sheer number of witnesses and the consistency of their accounts make the Phoenix Lights a cornerstone case in ufology. What do you think? A military drill or a genuine visitor from the stars? Next, let's travel to Aguadilla, Puerto Rico in 2013. This piece of footage is exceptional because it was captured by a thermal imaging camera aboard a US Customs and Border Protection aircraft. The video shows a fast-moving, dome-shaped object flying low over the land and then heading out to sea. What makes this sighting so incredible is the object's behavior. It moves at speeds up to 120 miles per hour, seems to dip into the ocean without a splash, and later emerges, apparently splitting into two separate objects before disappearing. A comprehensive study by a group of scientists and researchers analyzed the data and concluded that the object exhibited characteristics that cannot be explained by any known aircraft or natural phenomenon. It didn't have any visible means of propulsion, and its ability to seamlessly transition between air and water, a transmedium capability, is beyond our current technology. This thermal video remains one of the strongest pieces of official evidence for the existence of UAPs. Now, we can't talk about UFO videos without mentioning the Go Fast and Gimbal videos, officially released by the Pentagon. These were captured by US Navy fighter pilots in 2015. In the Gimbal video, you can hear the pilots' astonishment as they track a strange, rotating object. One pilot exclaims, "Look at that thing, dude!" The object appears to fly against strong winds without any visible signs of propulsion, like wings or exhaust plumes. The Go Fast video shows another object skimming rapidly above the surface of the water, and again, the pilots are baffled by its speed and maneuverability. The release of these videos was a landmark moment. It was an official acknowledgement from the US government that their highly trained military personnel were encountering objects they could not identify. These aren't grainy backyard videos. They are data-rich recordings from some of the most advanced sensor systems on the planet, and they leave us with more questions than answers. Let's head back to the 1990s, specifically to Mexico, which was a hotspot for UFO activity. One of the most famous pieces of footage from this era is the Carlos Diaz video. Diaz, a professional photographer, claimed to have had multiple encounters with UFOs near the Popocatépetl volcano. His videos show a bright, pulsating, disc-shaped object hovering in the daylight. Skeptics have tried to debunk the footage, suggesting it could be a model or a hoax. However, what makes Diaz's case compelling is the sheer volume and clarity of his photographic and video evidence. He wasn't just a one-time witness, he claimed to have an ongoing contact experience. Researchers, including the famed Jaime Maussan, have extensively studied his material and believe it to be authentic. The footage of the glowing, almost organic-looking craft remains one of the most iconic and debated UFO videos to come out of Mexico's UFO wave. Another classic case takes us to Belgium. Between 1989 and 1990, a wave of sightings of large, silent, triangular UFOs occurred across the country. Thousands of witnesses, including police officers and military personnel, reported these objects. The most famous piece of evidence is the Petit Réchien photograph, taken in April 1990. While this is a photo, it's often discussed alongside video evidence from the same period. The photo shows a triangular craft with bright lights at each corner and a central light. For years, it was considered one of the best UFO photos ever taken. However, in 2011, the man who took the picture, Patrick Maréchal, confessed that it was a hoax created with a styrofoam model. But here's the twist. His hoax doesn't explain the hundreds of other credible sightings, including radar-confirmed tracks and pursuits by Belgian Air Force F-16s. So while the most famous image was fake, the Belgian UFO wave itself remains a profound and well-documented mystery. Now let's discuss a more recent and truly bizarre incident. The jellyfish UFO that flew over a US military base in Iraq in 2018. This footage presented to the US Congress was filmed by a military surveillance aerostat. The thermal video shows a strange object with dangling tentacles moving over the base and eventually over a body of water where it appears to submerge. Investigative journalist Jeremy Corbell, who released the footage, noted that military personnel who witnessed it couldn't identify it. They dubbed it the jellyfish UAP. The object moved with purpose, didn't appear to be a balloon as it traveled against the wind, and showed no heat signature consistent with conventional propulsion. The fact that it was recorded over a sensitive military area and then seemed to enter the water adds another layer of high strangeness to the encounter. It challenges our understanding of what these objects could be and how they operate. Finally, we arrive at what many consider one of the most important pieces of UFO footage ever captured, the Tic Tac video. Filmed in 2004 by Navy pilots from the USS Nimitz carrier group, this incident is the gold standard for UAP encounters. Commander David Fravor, an experienced FA-18 pilot, was diverted to investigate strange objects that had been tracked on radar for days. He described seeing a white, smooth, tic-tac-shaped object hovering erratically above a disturbance on the water's surface. As he descended to get a closer look, the object mirrored his movement and then accelerated away at a speed he described as like a bullet. The infrared video, released years later, shows the object being tracked before it instantly zips off screen. The performance of this craft, as witnessed by multiple pilots and confirmed by radar data, defied physics as we know it. It had no wings, no rotors, no exhaust, and it performed maneuvers impossible for any known aircraft. The Nimitz encounter forced the conversation about UFOs into the mainstream, and is a key reason why the US government is taking this topic so seriously today. So there you have it, some of the most incredible UFO videos of all time. From the mass sighting in Phoenix to the mind-bending flight of the Tic Tac, this evidence challenges our view of the world and our place in the cosmos. While skeptics offer conventional explanations, the details of these cases often defy easy answers. These videos, especially those from military sources, show that trained observers using advanced technology are encountering objects they cannot explain. What do you think is the most convincing video we looked at today? Are we seeing secret human technology, or could we be witnessing visitors from elsewhere? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on UFO Evidence. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Stay curious and keep watching the skies.